welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking you through part 2 of the K-pop track I produced for TikTok creator BRL and his debut song, Bald, Batty Addy, Little Diva. In my last video, I took you through part 1 of the track, how the song was formed from a Suno AI demo of Ben's voice and some rough ideas, how I found the hook and started to lay that out in bass, in drums and percussion, and a couple of other elements. In this video, I'm taking you through the rest of the Ableton track. We're gonna get into my favorite parts, the synths, the vocals, some ear candy, and then I have a special guest coming into the studio to do some gang vocals with me. The song came out on February 14th, everywhere you listen to music, and fans are enjoying it. It is such a moment to have music out there that I composed and people are singing it, especially when it's BRL's fans. Hope you enjoy the video and learn a thing or two about K-pop. For the pre-choruses, I wanted to get something real instrument. I played the bass guitar. Bass guitar came through Guitar Rig 6, has some compression on there, just to fill it out. Oh wait, you gotta hear it with the big 808 drop. Flip it over, I could please, yeah. How you doing? Nice to meet ya. From the way you're looking at me, I can tell. And I'll show you the beginning of the synths. Pre-chorus needed a little something, so I added in an arpeggiator from the Juno. For some texture. I'm gonna open it up. These are very common feeling parts in K-pop songs, these dreamy, sweet pre-choruses, and you sing softer and maybe more whispery or put an effect on your vocal. And we wanted something to connect the verse idea to the chorus. That AI track had verse and chorus. It didn't have any pre-chorus, so we wrote this together. So it's a nice lead up to the chorus. Let's talk about synths, our last section before we get into the vocals and the vocal session. So synthesizers, keyboards, we need them to give us melody and to really build out some of the musical core of the melody throughout the track. And so I heard notes in the AI track, so I pulled those into chords and just started stacking up synths, finding the right tone. Actually, the first synth sound I put on was with the Moog 1. So that's all analog. I dialed up an initialized tone, turned a bunch of knobs. I didn't even run MIDI in. I took an audio recording of this Moog part. Very dry. Of the chords. I did this very fast just to lay it out and told Ben, I'll come back later and engineer this better and I'll run it in with MIDI, etc. And I could never find this sound again. So I chopped it up, I kept it, and then I treated it with a bunch of things like EQ, reverb, one of my favorite compressors, the UAD Fairchild, super massive to just blow the thing out to space. I cheated a little and used Ableton's sidechain simulator on a quarter note. So it has that dance floor, dance clubby DJ effect sound. And that became so good, so massive. The Moog 1 is just the tone of my heart, and I loved it as the starting point, and then thought, okay, let's add in a couple of other synth sounds to round out and make this interesting. So with that, I did an additional serum stab. This serum stab was made to sound like Justin Timberlake, My Love, Future Sex Love Sounds, one of the most impressionable albums on my music existence. Just gives me license to go back in time. And the chords are climbing. And put that with, let's see, I did brass hits. This is very, very older school R&B. On the one. that's without the Moog. Here's the chorus with that original Moog idea. Woo. Nice and big. That's all or mostly all of the synths. I had a little bit of piano and some risers up here. Risers, lots of risers. I found a sample somewhere. I don't know if you can tell, but on this, I took the panning hard left to hard right. So if you're sitting here, it's just to keep it interesting. The last part I'll talk about before we get into the vocal session with Ben is I was a week or two into the composing and the arranging of this track. We had all these great foundational pieces, but I knew something was missing that made it really K-poppy. And in listening to some of these other great K-pop acts like Katseye and XG, Meow, IVE, they had a lead going in a lot of these tracks that I was missing here. K-pop loves to use a bass 808 higher up in the octaves as the lead. I just went back into 808 lead. I went into Sublab and popped it up an octave, and I wrote this part. When I heard this and I used the glide to go, ooh, this is when the track started to really come alive. It's alive! Something that had a little more of a siren. Put some reverb on there. This serum, this looks like a serum plugin for Dyke Pike. Oh, Dick Pick. That would be the Dick Pick preset, but it's a great preset. Has a little bit of delay on there. Let's try to get as much of it in the whole track as possible.
I do want to show you pictures of the food that Tom made yesterday. We had homemade French onion soup, steak with homemade French fries, and then a chocolate semifreddo with cherry and candied almonds.
Is this all truth?
Yes, this is exactly what I married someone who loves to cook.
Just amazing.
I know. I'm very, very lucky.
B-A-L-D, so unique, and all the real baddies know me.
Hear how that's like all kind of even, same range of your vocals.
Oh, you a baddie.
I like it sung, but it could clash with the simples.
That's the only thing
Let's try simple, and if we miss it, we'll bring it back.
Okay.
Baddie, baddie, little diva. You ain't ever seen one like me. A bit over I can please ya. How you doing? Nice to meet ya. From the way you're looking at me, I can tell. Oh, you a baddie.
Let me pause this there. That was great. That was really great.
Sometimes I'm like, which part do I sing?
I know, there's a lot of overlapping, and you made most of the right choices.
Okay,
We're just going for the most straightforward, long sections.
Yeah.
I think we're good, especially because I have you doing chorus 1 and 2, or chorus 2, that second half. If I needed more of you, I'm just gonna fly it over.
Okay.
So since we last left off, I have like a little bit of mixing in. So what I would love to do right now is A, use the bathroom. I have to pee. I drank coffee. B, we'll take a listen of just the little bit of mixing I've done.
We were just one, baby, for a moment in time, and it seemed everlasting that you would always be mine. B to the A to the L to the diva. Hi, how are you? It's really nice to meet ya. You can keep on looking, know your eyes, they don't deceive ya. Better bow down, I'ma make ya a believer.
That was so good. I think it works. I think
it works too.
One thing that's always the fun challenge is when you get this far into the building of the whole track, not to get demo-itis and super hooked on the way it just was. So it's just gonna take me a minute for the song not to open up with Betty Eddie Little Diva, but
Yeah.
to show you some of these vocals. Ooh, there are a lot of vocal tracks. We have the lead vocals, the backing vocals, and then a fun little, what I call a radio call intro. where we came up with. Fun little intro, but talking about these lead vocals here, pretty typical stuff. 3 tracks per lead. We have a center, a left, and a right.
Oh, you a bet.
When you stack them all up together and compress them, it just fills in the sound. So we have falsettos, we have lows.
B to the A to the L to the D.
I noticed in the AI track there was a hey. I had Ben sing them where he wanted them, where he felt them, and then I painted these all in.
Hey!
And that is a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 heys. And believe it or not, they were very annoying to engineer because they're all different. And when you stack them all up, the last special element are the backing vocals. Now, backing vocals, ad-lib vocals. I wanted Ben to have fun and do all of his fun little vocal accoutrement, all the silly, playful, fun sounds that he makes on his TikTok channel. I just had him do an ad-libs track, and we captured as much of this as we could and then painted it all around.
My what?
Like just funny.
Okay, I swear. Patty little diva.
Like he did that in the bridge.
My what?
And I would fill in with my vocals wherever. I consider my voice as a producer just a crayon to fill in some backings. I fill in backings really well.
Oh, you a bat.
It's just a funny song that in some ways sounds like a bird just died and fell out of the sky.
Oh, you a bat.
But it's a funny noise that he likes to make in some of his content creation. It's a signature noise, and I left it in, and it actually goes really well with this bridge.
Be a baddie. Patty little diva. And flip your head. Oh, you a baddie. Baddie.
That's 34 tracks of backing, vocals, harmonies, ad-libs, stacks of those. Okay, I'll cue you. Ready? Quick yawn. 2.
B-A-L-D.
Here we go.
B-A-L-D.
All right,
that it?
let's hear those back.
B-A-L-D.
Like quality.
B-A-L-D.
Okay, watch. I just have to do this.
B-A-L-D.
Betty Addy.
Hey!
All right, we got you on.
To be a baddie. And flip your head. Oh, you a baddie. Baddie, little diva. Oh, you a baddie. Baddie, little diva.
Hope you enjoyed taking a peek under the hood into my session and into the Ableton session here on how all of this was made from scratch or from AI. AI started this song and human intelligence finished it. See you out there. Wait, I was about to shut everything down and start uploading, and I realized I forgot to show you my favorite element of the whole song and what brought the party to life at the end. Big fireworks ending. I put in what Ben calls an eerie siren, but I put in another lead. Coming into chorus 3. It was like pixie dust over the top of the end of the song.